G'day, today we're going to have a look at the weekly challenge in Mini Motorways. This one is set in Rio de Janeiro. We have 2 days left in the week. It is the week of the 29th of December, so Happy New Year's, because we're filming this one from 2026. Houses and destinations can appear anywhere, that's always a fun one. Start with 4 tunnels, no further offered, that could get interesting. Only one choice of upgrade is offered. I guess with that in mind, probably it's a good thing that we're going to have houses arriving anywhere. But we don't have any sort of unlimited road, so we can't really do much blocking, so we won't sort of entertain that idea at all. I mean, obviously I could use 27 tiles to block out the 27 most unappealing locations to get a road, but we'll just play it as it lies. Who's in a better location? He? I mean, I guess if we do this, we can answer that question, because we'll see which one of them leaves first. Yeah, they're the better location. That very weird T intersection, just so that these guys don't slow down for the intersection, because they're not a road, they're just a driveway. I do wonder in a challenge like this if everyone gets the same thing as their weekly reward, so that you don't have to, like, there's sort of, you're not competing against people just having really good luck. I mean, there's obviously other variables to that, but at least when it comes to the reward, I mean, that's some very good luck right there. That definitely going to help us long run. That house won't need a second house for, sorry, that destination won't need a second house for a very long time. It's green on the other, so it's set up for his 2 houses. Alright, we'll switch those yellows around. Get rid of that tree, because it's a very good location for 2 different destinations. Let's open it up its availability. We could use a roundabout, say in here. That guy can have a more direct route. But with the way that, actually I changed my mind. With the way that a level like this is going to appear, where we don't have houses grouping together, so we're not going to sort of have good little networked setups, it's probably worthwhile not using them, because we're probably going to need a lot of roundabouts in the long run. Question whether or not we need this 4th yellow house being able to connect in here. No harm doing it for now. We also obviously have this yellow could cut through, but then that would create an intersection there, which would probably be worse for everyone. Leave him disconnected. Really want us to have a lot of roundabouts. Okay, good. Solves a problem I had very quickly. Okay. That spot that was perfect for 2 of my colors is taken to an unideal color. I don't know about that as a little solution. moment. Definitely while this guy had a backlog, it's not going to be great. Sort of want to see him go and try and solve this problem. I feel like they are losing. What we could do is turn this guy onto that road and have do that, which means that these guys will send to support the problem, but then once the problem's solved, that one house will just continue to address most of the deliveries. I think I'd rather this yellow. That's less than ideal. Hopefully we get a second roadhouse. It's... Oh. There we go. Third roadhouse. So we got a motorway. I can see that this one greenhouse is managing these two guys as they get like sort of their issues at the moment, which is good. This yellow isn't coping particularly well. We only have the 4 tunnels. It's making me very stingy on my my tunnel use. Get that guy connected there, and I just run. There's no limit on bridges, so maybe let's just use that go. I need to give this guy something. At least we can sort of go 2 ways now that they can also benefit. Interesting little predicament here where we've got green needing to cut across to use that path. So it's a very seldom used road. I guess red being there isn't too bad. That guy being there would be good too. So maybe let's just build these guys out, down. Potentially a roundabout in here might be benefit of everyone. That is exactly what we need, and we can now get rid of that road. Just the 2 houses supporting both should be fine. I don't feel like I'm in a particularly good space at the moment with the way that like I feel like as a as destinations become circular, it doesn't seem like they're getting sort of covered correctly with the amount of houses they're going to need in a very close amount of time. The sporadic nature of the way these houses work does make that real tricky. Now circular with its really close house. I wonder if that'll be able to cope with the demand. We've got these 2 blues here that could cut through and go join him, or we could give this second house to him. got options. How much of scattering the houses are. It's crazy when we somehow manage to get a destination that has absolutely nothing near it. Seem to just sort of solve that problem for us too. That's a great get there. Well, there's a few things that we can change now. I think that we can get rid of this tunnel entirely. We can get rid of that road. These guys. That. This guy can cut around the top. That road's more than taken care of. Don't know how long these circular destinations with just one house can last. I mean, this guy here is not winning. So... give him that backup. Crazy that became the third closest house for that guy. I don't know if there's a logical way to break up the houses here into two different lines for those guys. I'd say I can't see it if there is. And they are in a pretty good coverage now. Even if it's a very messy looking coverage. It's blue here. Should try and sneak in up there. Oh, that guy then gets a new close. This guy and this guy can become the new connections for him, and this guy becomes the new third connection for that guy. I think it'd be good to get, may as well use the tunnels at this point if we haven't. So let's get that guy connected. It's green in the bottom right. Need some love. When you change your mind on a tunnel around a bridge, you gotta rebuild the whole thing. It's that big. Alright, so we're gonna make that connection. We're then gonna... I was gonna get a few extra guys swinging over there too, just to support real quick. So those two guys can go just... turn them around a bit. It's blue at the top, he needs some help too. These two guys just sort of run the length. Should be on the right path now with these 4 houses. We'll get rid of that greenhouse off this little setup and we'll just give him those 2 pinks. I don't know if we really need to give this guy much more connections. These guys are about to scale up their problems. He's going to need some support. So let's take these two guys and bounce them over that way. Just need a roundabout somewhere in here. Alright, well that takes that one house out, and what it actually does as well is it should lighten the load on red. Hopefully solves us a little problem too. There's a good get of a greenhouse there. Nice get for yellow there. I want some more blue on this top bit. It's green, we can see is now disaster sort of mode, so we're going to get rid of that guy and just change to that. Then still got 2 tunnels, 1 tunnel left. So with our last tunnel, let's just get this guy to cut through there. That's a really nice get of a yellow. I want this guy to cut back around there and help out. It's blue at the top still. They're causing a problem here with the traffic. I mean, really what I should be doing is this should be bouncing back to here. The sort of level where you've really got to keep your eyes peeled because colors can appear anywhere. The way they just sort of randomly splatter. It's that yellow is doing so badly with how many close yellows we've got, but I guess there's some bad sort of infrastructure coming in. We have a bridge, so we could actually like sneak this guy around that way to give them access on the underside. Can we get a motorway to run from there to here? Well, let's just go a little bit further up. Get those two guys to go help that guy. That blue has a lot of houses. It's just that everyone travels such a distance that it's not good. Because, I mean, you can see that this guy's not even leaving home, which suggests that that guy has more than enough people, like, arrived at him. Okay, so this has got to move. Because both of those guys are sinking. So let's switch that over to here. Get those two guys to go connect and help this guy out. And then that guy gets to just have his 3 houses focus on him. It's green down the bottom actually. It's also in an absolute disaster state. And we've gone unnoticed. You're going to be his Sphinxes? Yeah. Out of nowhere. 4,000. Too bad. How that stacks up for everyone else. 5%. That's pretty ordinary. 147. Our tops. Mid 5s. Well, there we go. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.